Hi, hello. You're a big Batman fan, right? Yes? Okay, good. Have you watched Gotham? Wait, what? No? Please do. Watch Gotham. It's great. You're not gonna regret it. As you've heard, Fox has killed a lot of its shows by cancelling them on a cliffhanger, but they did manage to give one show a chance, and that show is Gotham. And Gotham is one of the best live-action DC shows in history. You might like CW shows more, and that is completely fine, but if you say that Gotham is bad, there are a couple of reasons that Gotham is not a perfect show. Most shows aren't, but in Gotham, no one stays dead. They aren't afraid to kill its characters and bring them back to life again only to kill them again. At the time of the finale, most of the cast have been dead before, but there are still many reasons why the show still works. A lot of haters like to say that Gotham really hates its source material. It doesn't. Gotham do really care about its source material, even though they take a lot of many creative liberties with it. But it adapts. Like I've said before, whatever we see on the screen is not copy and paste from the comics. It's an adaptation. They shift what the source material is to become what Gotham needs it to be. Many of the villains' origin stories are modified or adapted to fit what Gotham needs it to be. The character that have the most interesting origin and arguably the best character in the show is Oswald Cobblepot, aka the Penguin. It's all built up until season 2, and even from there's still a lot of build up. And after that you would expect that the characters would have a point, and they are no longer interesting. Gotham manages to still make interesting storylines for the characters, and all the characters have flaws. In season 3 we see every single character play a bit with evil. Jim Gordon, he is a good guy cop in Gotham, is playing with evil. Gordon is the original Batman and he is playing with evil, he's playing with fire. And that is thanks to the city. Gotham literally causes everything that happens in the show to happen. The main character in the show isn't Bruce, it isn't Gordon, it isn't Bullock, Penguin, Riddler, Catwoman or Barbara or any other of the villains. It's the city. Gotham is the main character in Gotham. The city Gotham is a timeless hell on earth. Paul Dini, the co-creator of Batman the anime series, said, "The cool sense of design and stylishness from the Art Deco years was an operation well up to the 90s. That way you could have kind of a round look to the cars, and a stylish look to the buildings. You could have television and computers, but everything would have a black and white screen. You could believe that Batman could operate in a world that looked like that." And the show managed to mash all of the characters into a wall that forces them to change. The city Gotham is a living entity in the show. We get to see how dark Jim Gordon can be, how scared Bruce Wayne can be, how loving the Penguin can be. Gotham can turn good men bad and bad men good. I love how characters like Firefly and Mr. Freeze do have 2 to 3 episodes dedicated to their modified origin. But then they're not like background characters. They're not one-off characters. You don't kill them right after their origin. You keep seeing them again after their origin. They might not be the main character of the episode. They are in the background. And the show is very good at making the characters earn what they've been fighting for, feeling satisfied. Everything feels earned. There might be a few things that didn't feel satisfying, but they are small things, small characters. It's not like it's big characters like Bruce Wayne or Jim Gordon or Riddler or Penguin. I was rooting for Oswald at some points. We see him being abused by Fish Mooney in the entire first season, and when he finally gets the upper hand, it's satisfying. You see what they have gone through, and when they finally are above, you're rooting for them, even if they're villains. And the show evolves each season, and not in bad ways. They take everything that was good in the previous season and builds on that, makes it even more crazier. For example, season 1. Season 1 was a regular, normal crime drama story. Back then, Gotham was still trying to find its feet. But then the tone shifts to a more supernatural comic booky show in season 2. It's really weird, but really cool. And the whole show was not planned out from the beginning. They evolved based on their fan reaction. Let me take an example with one character. Jerome Valeska. In season 1 he was a crazy kid we saw in one episode, but fans loved that. So they would start season 2 off with 3 major episodes around Jerome. And Jerome is the Joker? Or not quite. Stay with me for a second. The show weren't allowed to use the Joker. So Cameron Monaghan, great actor by the way, he portrayed a crazy laughing kid called Jerome that were their version of the Joker, or not. There was always this debate, I remember, if Jerome was the real Joker or if it was his twin brother, Jeremiah. And the show cheats around the Joker, because notice that both Jerome and Jeremiah starts with a J, which is what they end up calling the Joker in the finale, since they can't use the name Joker or even the green hair. And Jerome Valeska is something other shows have never created and I doubt will ever create in the future. Gotham's one character, Jerome Valeska, had a bigger fan base than the show itself. Now let's talk about Batman for those who aren't convinced yet. Mild spoilers incoming by the way, but they're not huge. Bruce can't be Batman, he's young, the show sucks. The villains already exist before Batman, the show sucks. Bruce hasn't even trained with the League of Shadows yet, the show sucks. All the villains are pretty much who we know them to be in Season 4, the same season Bruce has accepted that he has to become the Dark Knight that Gotham needs. And he does train with the League of Shadows in Season 3. I hope I've convinced you to start watch Gotham or start again. At least give it a chance. I would say watch until the 4th episode of Season 2.